Hey, what's going on with Sexy Subs? It's Chris Archie, and welcome to a rather entertaining gameplay from myself. I'm pretty proud of this score, to be honest. I got a 51-4 in this new game type, Arms Race, which is basically like an amped up team deathmatch. You get 150 points for each kill instead of 100, so you get score streaks a little quicker, games end a little quicker. It's just more entertaining and exciting, more run and gun, less camp, so it's pretty fun. But anyways, this commentary is going to be about YouTube money, because this has been a contradicting topic in my mind for a very long time. I've wanted to do videos about this, but I've always been back and forth, like, oh, I can't do that. People will hate and stuff like that. And in my opinion, it's generally better if people like YouTubers or people that are just much more fortunate with what they can do with their time than others to just keep it to themselves. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, you just kind of, it feels like people I think feel like you're shoving in their face that you're luckier than they are, and they get jealous and they start to hate and stuff. But that's not the case at all, because I know a lot of YouTubers, including myself, I would hope, try to stay as humble as possible and they try not to be so braggy and boasting in your face and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's difficult to express your gratitude and be all grateful for things without mentioning things like, you know, whatever. Like, for example, some YouTubers might be like, oh, look at this new car that I bought with my YouTube money. And people will either love it and be like, oh my god, that's awesome, I'm proud for you, I'm glad that I like your videos and you're able to, you know, be successful from it and get things that you want, blah, 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 blah. And then some people might be like, oh my god, you douchebag, that should have been my car, you don't deserve that, you just play video games and blah, 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 you know. And it's really back and forth. I find that some people are really happy for some people, and then some people I feel like are very, I would say, jealous, to be honest. And I think there's two types of jealousy. There's either one saying, I want what he has, or there's another one basically means, I don't want what he has, but I don't think he should have it. They don't benefit from it. They just feel like that guy is undeserving and does not deserve it, right? Essentially. So I feel like a lot of people feel that way towards me, and personally, I feel that way myself. A lot of people might be like, Chris, you deserve everything you've come into, but I really don't. I've been very grateful with everything that has been presented to me in the last few years of doing YouTube and just gaming in general and meeting new friends and just being in this whole atmosphere and everything. I freaking love it, especially coming from working minimum wage jobs and warehouses, manual labor and shit like that. You come into something where you can actually do something you enjoy, it's just like heaven, you know what I mean? And you want to make videos expressing your gratitude, like I said, but then you find that you piss people off accidentally because they feel like you're bragging. They feel like you're rubbing in their face, being like, oh, look at you, yeah, you got YouTube money, you can move out of your parents, good for you, you think you're special. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do that, I'm just trying to, I don't know, share, I guess. So anyways, what really put this in my mind is, as I mentioned in a couple videos now, if you're watching my RuneScape channels, I've mentioned that I'm moving into a new place with my wife in a couple months now, actually. Unfortunately, I have to wait a couple months. But people are really requesting like setup videos and gaming videos or whatever. They want to see what I live like. They want to see inside my fridge and get up all in personal and whatever else. And I don't mind. I've done that before. Like I said, that's when you run into the people that get all butthurt and they're like, oh man, you don't deserve this. And in my opinion, I feel like it's kind of like musicians and artists and bands that you like and stuff like that. Because, you know, if a lot of people like a band, all right, and they're like, man, this music is so good, but then they find out what their personality is like, or they read a review on them, and they find out the guys are kind of douchey, or, I don't know, they're like super rich, and they just buy amazing cars. Like, for example, all right, Drake blew like $60K at a stripper club. I read this in an article. Apparently, he went to a stripper club with like 60,000 $1 bills and just dropped them, all right? A lot of people might be like, oh my god, he's so amazing, but he probably lost a lot of fans for that, being like, oh my god, that should have been given to me. What the hell? And they start to hate him for that. And it's not like something he did directly towards that one guy that's jealous or upset about it. I don't know why he did that, to be honest, but this is a terrible example. I don't know where I'm going with this. What I'm saying is a lot of people really hate musicians and artists, and they still listen to their music, and they still, I don't know, watch their television shows from actors, whatever. You know what I mean? They hate them, but they still watch their shit, and they support them and talk about them, and even hating, that's still supporting. And I feel like YouTubers get a lot of that, so it's kind of similar. But as I was saying, like, another reason why I'm just really grateful to be where I am today is because when I got out of high school, even in high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't really excel extremely at anything. I had no idea which direction my life was going in, and I was still living with my parents like a year after high school, and I was like, what am I doing? Sitting on my ass playing video games. I don't know what I want to do, you know, my parents are pressuring me to start working more and this and that, go to college, do this, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to live life and do a job, and sure, I'll make decent money or whatever, but I'll be upset and bored and sad and wishing that I could have done other things. Then all of a sudden, YouTube came in, and it gave me this kind of hiatus, just this kind of just, hold on, slow down life, take a breather, let Chris do this for a while until he can really figure out what he wants to do. And thanks to that, I figured out what I wanted to do. And by the way, people are curious, I was going to school earlier, and then I decided I'm going to put that on hold for a bit because I wasn't sure about what I was doing, but I've decided I'm going back in September. I'm going back for business and a lot of fun stuff like that, marketing, fun stuff like that. I actually enjoyed it. It's crazy, I know. So I guess I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say in this video aside from I'm really grateful and really thankful to everybody who's watched my videos and left support and stuck up for me when people are like trolling me and shit like that and being all butthurt and whatever, because it makes me proud to call you guys sexy subs. But on a less gay note, when I do get into this place in a couple months, hopefully less than that, maybe a month and a half, we'll see, I'll be able to set up with a good internet provider because I'm with a shitty one right now, and a much better office setup because I have more space, and I'll be streaming Call of Duty. If you enjoyed this gameplay, you want to see more of it, I'll be streaming that shit daily, and as well as other games and stuff like that. So I'll leave my stream link in the description if you want to get there a little early and just stare at the screen. But aside from that, guys, this is going to conclude the video. So if you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it tapping up that like button. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.